Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out.
Yes, welcome to the special Songtember edition of the Happy Hour here on Studio Live today. My name is Pete Johns. Let's get this party started, shall we? Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is that we're here. It's the happy hour. We're going to do our thing. The bad news is, as you can tell by the sound of my voice and the fact that there's no guitar in front of me, I won't exactly be playing live. But you know what? The show must go on. So we're going to be having a chat. We're going to be talking about Songtember, and I'm going to be playing you some highlights and lowlights of the last 7 years of Songtember. In fact, we're going to go even further back. We're going to go right back to the very first time that I shared my creative process here on YouTube and started sharing music. So I hope you're in for a little bit of historical stuff, diving back into the archives. Some of you that have been with me throughout the whole time will recognize a lot of these songs and will have been there when we made them and when we created them, recorded them, released them. And some of you that have been around the channel for less time, you might learn a few things. You might learn a little bit of the backstory of the history of Studio Live today and what I've been doing around here. If you're here and you're going to have some fun, and I know you will, hit the thumbs up button. That is always a good thing. And we're going to say welcome to the cool people who are joining us here today. G'day, Mark Bro. G'day, Thomas Christ. Hello, DJ Big Red. Bleeding Red Beats. They're back. Hope you've settled back into the real world after the holiday. Bleeding Red Beats and Angela Sinclair. G'day, Paws and Guitars. There's Angela. Hello to you as well. G'day, Jamie Lynn. Denise is here following the crowd. Hey, it's Carolyn. Hope you are doing well, Carolyn. Thank you for being a recent addition to the wonderful community we have here on the Happy Hour. And yeah, guess what? You can. It's back. You can become a Songtember legend. If you missed the launch party today, we're bringing it back. Yeah, we got the Songtember Legends sheet. If you haven't been around the last couple of years, here's 2023, all the cool people that donated to the channel during the month. And here's 2024, all the cool people. We're starting 2025. And I've got the markers ready to go. We've already had a bunch of cool people donate, so thank you so much for doing that. G'day, Tim Warner. Hello, Dan Lee Olson. Hello to all of you cool people. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, having a good old time. And we are going to crack in with a song here. If you are an OG, who remembers the Recoil EP? The very first EP. I released this with DistroKid before I even knew who DistroKid were. I was just trying to find a distributor, and I found these little upstarts called DistroKid, and I released my EP called Recoil all the way back in 2017. We're talking 8 years ago, and it was the very first EP that I ever recorded here on the channel. You'd remember the videos with the blurry footage that I took on my iPhone 4S in the cupboard, recording the vocals and doing here's how I recorded an EP on my phone. And that's how many folks found me back in the day, because they're like, this doesn't sound half bad. I didn't know you could record music like that on your phone, and you could. So this was recorded on an iPhone 6S. All the videos were recorded on an iPhone 4S, so that shows you how long ago it was. Hello to Mum and Dad as well. Thank you for dropping by for this very different special edition of this one. Sadly, right back to the real world, work, school, and all the extracurriculars. Yeah, all that comes with it. So this is actually the first song I fully completed 100% in GarageBand on my iPhone. It's from 2017 from the Recoil EP. And if you want to get an idea of how old school it is, check this out. Look at these logos: SoundCloud, Google Play Music, iTunes. Remember all those? Yeah, not really much that we use anymore. But let's start the party here with this track. This is my song called Falling here on The Happy Hour.
I don't know that I'm falling, know that I'm falling, know that I'm falling in too deep. Know that I'm falling, know that I'm falling, know that I'm falling in too deep. a matter of time, and it don't really change what the meaning is. When you're trying to be anything that you can, and it's hit or miss. I don't know why I'm falling in too deep. Know why I'm falling, know that I'm falling, know that I'm falling in too deep. And if I just look around, I might have seen the trap. But sometimes it just doesn't matter when you've lost the map. It's a matter of trust, and I don't have enough time to commit. When I fall at the wayside and stop to consider if it's legit. It's a matter of patience, you just have to wait till the final bell and deliver a punch to the head that's deserving of all this hell. It's a matter of instinct, and I know the truth, at least I got the gist. And I need you to know that of people I'm done with, you top the list. You top the list.
Old school Pete John stuff there from the Recoil album. You would have seen by the length of those songs that, not much made it past about 2 or 3 minutes. And I still remember when I first played that for my wife, she's like, oh, this isn't much worse than what you'd hear on the radio. And I'm like, and I made it on my phone. Oh, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Ahoy, hoy to Clint. Hello, Clinton. My friend, if you don't know Clint, I don't have him handy here. He's a guy that's made the very cool key rings that you've seen me show off on the show before. And he also got me my lighting set up in here. He's a bit of a whiz. Hope you're doing well. Clint, thank you. Yeah, look, it was an old school one. And I still remember. So I was walking along. It was with a phone. It wasn't quite this phone, but this is about the size of it. So I was walking along with my iPhone 6S and with GarageBand, and that bass line that you heard, it was literally me playing it in on the keyboard. So I'm walking along, it's like dum 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 dum, and like listening click clock 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 click. So listening to the backing track of the metronome and then putting it all together. And yeah, it was around about that time that I'm like, hey, there's something to this. You can actually make music, and maybe, just maybe, I will share this process with the world. And if you saw those original videos, they were a bit of a riot. Let's see if I can find it, just so that you can see a little bit of the joyousness that it was. Record an EP. There was a whole playlist of it. Here it is. Here it is. Look at this. So there it is, me setting up with the equipment, and there's the recording of. It wasn't that one, but a different one. So look at this. Look at this video quality. Oh yeah, and let's listen to the audio here.
Trial and error, deciding which particular type of drums to use.
Shaky camera.
You can see here, I brought the cymbals in, so I took it from
the audio was just being captured. It was playing back on the iPhone and being captured by the iPhone. So it was early days, but again, I realized that people still wanted to watch it. Like that video itself has had 2,500 views back in 2017 when I first started doing this sort of thing. So I thought, I think we need to. I think we need to start sharing this, because if I didn't know how to do this and now I've figured it out, what do they say? The best way to learn something is to share it with someone else. So we did that. G'day, Barry Glenn. You're back. You got the scotch and the chocolates, mate? I hope so. Thanks again for being here. I know this is a bit of a weird show, but hopefully you get some value out of it. Then I did my second song that I actually completely did here. The challenge that I gave myself was also in 2017. And it was a little song that you might have heard of called Anxiety. And I say this before I play this song every single time, but Anxiety is a song that I really liked to create and I think is a cool song, but I'm blown away and a little saddened by how many folks can actually relate to it. It has a video that kind of, if anyone asks me about stuff and asks me about video creation, they usually reference this video, and it's the video for Anxiety with the 4 Pete's, my wife's worst nightmare, having 4 of me in the same place at the same time. So I know many of you have seen this one before, but some of you newer to the channel may not have, and I get to play it, and I'm proud of the song. And even though there's some cracks in the veneer of the video, if you look closely enough, I think it's a pretty fun video as well for a fairly serious kind of song. So from all the way back in 2017 as well, the second song that I created as a Song in a Month challenge, this is Anxiety.
You say the time for hope is gone and there is nothing left to comfort in the end. And you say even when you're feeling good that something else will come around the bend. And I'm always thinking, always trying to hold on. And I always fear that something else will go wrong. It's wrong. You say even when there's good things happening, the party will be at an end real soon. And you say you might be happy now, but I've a million ways to open up the wound. And I'm always hurting, always trying to hang on. And it's hard to see this feeling might be wrong, and it might be in my head, but my heart is racing and I'm scared. And I take a breath and try to see you're not real, you were just anxiety. You say you never get away from me, you might as well just settle in and deal. And you say you're stuck with me forever, this will always be the way you're gonna feel. But I don't believe you, I can still carry on. And I realize now this feeling is just wrong. And I know it's in my head, and my heart is stronger, I'm not scared. And I take a breath and know it's me. I'm not you, you are just Walk right out the door. Walk right out the door. Walk right out the door. Walk right out the door.
Oh man, I've talked about it before about why it fades out like that. Basically, I didn't work it out properly because I had the reason that the last guy just fades away is he couldn't get up and walk away because the iPad was behind him because it was playing back the track while I was staring at the camera. And yeah, it just didn't work out that way. Didn't work out well there. Thank you, Bleeding Red Beats. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, so it's one of my favourites from back in the day. Yeah, thank you for your support. Because and just to prove that was done in GarageBand on just 4 tracks, this is the original project. It's literally just 4 tracks, and if we play it. So it literally is like one track here is playing, hang on, I'll just turn it up. Playing one guitar. And has the vocals. The next track has the other harmony vocal and the other guitar. This is me hitting a box. Sitting on a box and singing the top harmony. So yeah, it was a challenge, but realizing exactly what you could do when you just strip it back down to the basics, and sharing that out with folks, and people thought it was a good song and were inspired, and a lot of other people, similar to what we now do with Songtember, which we'll talk about soon, I promise. It really just sparked my desire to get something done and start sharing stuff. The first full song in a month challenge that we did was a song called For the Birds. And it was the full song in a month thing. Produced all the videos, and it was about a 20 video series throughout the month of April in 2018 before we actually got to Songtember. And it was interesting because it was actually inspired by me walking past a band that were rehearsing at a nearby hall, and I actually heard them playing a song. And the original version of For the Birds has that as the start. And it was the first time that I'm like, hey, you can use some found sounds in here, and you can use some sort of creative techniques that aren't just straight down the line stuff that you'd normally think of. So we'll play this one in just a moment. But thank you again for being here, everybody. Thank you, Midlife Music Maker. Appreciate you. And if anyone would like to join the ranks, a quick shout out to everyone who donated during the Songtember launch. They're already legends. We had Chip, we had Mark Bro, Brad Example, Alexander Dean Francis, Sylvie Drapeau, Tremor Bear, Chris Lane Sr., Thomas Christ, can't read my own writing, Tremor, Cal, Semtex Cal, Denise, and Joe and Barry Glenn. So you folks are all super awesome. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel, if you want to become a Patreon, or if you want to donate, you're welcome to do that. And again, normally this time of the week, I'm strumming the old guitar and playing, singing, but I tried this morning. And I picked up the guitar, I'm like, Sam, we're all just a work in progress. And it sounded just like that. And I'm like, you don't need that for an hour. So how about we go with Plan B? And this song doesn't have a great video for it, but we're going to listen to it anyway. It's only a 3-minute song because I don't write long songs. And I just enjoy the start of this one because, again, it was just a phone recording, my iPhone 6S, poking out there, and the reason it transitions is that a bus came past, so you can hear the bus, you can hear the orchestra playing, the bus comes, and then it kicks into the track. So this one is called For the Birds, and it goes like this. I'll mime along for you.
Every time I think about the things you say are true, it gets me thinking about the different ways we choose to spend our time. And I know that there are differing priorities, but it seems that yours is stuck in 1982. And all the pain you worry about today, just leave behind. Just listen up and say it's for the birds. It's for the birds. It's for the birds. It's for the birds. One thing you always say is look out for yourself. Nobody else is gonna keep you safe and make you satisfied. And that's something that I just can't come to terms with. So you can keep yourself protected from society, and all the friends you dump along the way will all move on without you, and they'll say it's for the birds. It's for the birds. It's for the birds. It's for the birds. And if you open up your eyes and look around, you'll start to find that you gave up the daily grind for something worse. Pretending that you are much better than the other people, finding fault in things that don't align with what you want to hear, believing everything that you were told when you were growing up. After all, your happiness is all that matters in the end. Rejecting others for the way that they decide to live their lives, denying every single fact you know that deep down is the truth. Intimidated, sad and scared is the reason for your pain. So now it's time to start again. It's for the birds.
Birds, 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 birds. Yes, it is for the birds. That was a bit of a weird song because it doesn't have a whole lot of story around why I wrote it. I just had this, it's for the birds. And I don't really know what the premise of it was, but hey, I like it. I dig it. And it was a fun song to create. So, yeah. Thank you again. Yeah. Oh, there's the next one. Okay. I realized that I don't have, you'll have to bear with me for a moment here. I don't have one where it's just the screen. So if you'll bear with me just a moment, I'm just going to remove myself and embiggen this screen so that you can see all of this business here. I'm actually going to remove that sign around there and give us more of a full screen view so that when we play this track in just a jiffy, you can get my mug out of the way. That's it. That's what we need there. All right, we got that ready to rock and roll. G'day, Jenny Jolivet. I hope you are doing well. Good miming, you reckon? It's almost as if I'd written it. I know. Well, my wife gives me grief about not remembering the words to my own songs. So, yeah, there's that. I'm not actually great at remembering my own words, let alone the words of other songs. So, a little show called The Happy Hour came about. So we're going to skip 1 year because I'm going to close out with that song, which was the very first song of all time. And I've got a special version of that I'm going to play for you at the end of the show, which was the 2019 song, the very first one. You know it, it's Hold On. And I thought we'll finish with that one because we all got to hold on. So I've got a special acoustic version of that one to play for you at the end. But this next one is a song that I played on that was the very first song I played on the very first Happy Hour all the way back in March of 2020. And it was obviously after the first Songtember and several months before the second Songtember, of which we're going to play stuff in just a moment. But it was another song that I recorded and created right here on the channel. So I thought I would play this one for you. Let's see if the full screening is going to work for us here and give this one a listen. This is a song called No Apologies. And this is a live version from the very first Happy Hour.
This is a song called No Apologies. Jade named it too, by the way. Try again. Maybe I spread things a little too thin. Maybe I'm trying too hard just to win. But my intentions are always the best. Maybe I don't always do what I say. Maybe the deadlines are missed by a day. But I'm here to tell you I'm trying to learn, and I'm running as fast as I can. But the work, it never ends, and I try to make amends, but it's not always easy. Maybe I'm biting off more than I chew. Maybe I need to be honest with you, but I just don't want to show any weakness. Maybe I need to step back for a while. Maybe I don't need to go one more mile, so I can keep my promise to you. And I'm running as fast as I can, but the work, it never ends, and I try to make amends, but it's not always easy. And I try to do everything I say, but I've only got one day today. When you think I've got it made, must be good to be this way. Look at what the people say. But the roses have their thorns. The biggest critic wears the thorns. Think it's time to slow it down. Now I can see the light, and now it's time to make things right for me and you. It's all that I can do.
Squeak. Yells from the very first song played on the very first happy hour. I think there were 4 songs played on the happy hour because I billed it as a live music chat show. So I think the whole concept originally was we would have a chat, we would talk about things, and then we'd maybe play a song or two. And then, of course, I realized that people wanted to hear music more than they wanted to listen to this guy rabbit on. So it evolved over time to more of a music production, more of a concert style. Yes, the OG view. I remember life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Sign. Yes, so the sign in the background, which is still there. Hang on, hold that thought. Just for those that are newer around here, what Angela's referring to is a sign that is still up over there. The reason I use the green screen now is that this is back to my bedroom as well. Yeah, you don't really need to see the clutter and the bed and the stuff that's going on behind there, clothes baskets and all sorts. So that's why we switched to the green screen. But over there on the shelf has and still and always will have this, which actually inspired my song called Perfect. It was in the local cafe here, and when they changed hands, they were getting rid of all their old stuff, and I said to the new owners, I'm like, hey, before you leave, or the old owner, sorry, before you leave, can I take this? And they said yes. So this will have pride of place, and yes, it's pink, because I embrace my pink. Pink was a male colour originally. It just, originally it was the male related stuff was pink. We just decided to change it. But I like me some pink. Awesome. Jesse bought me that sign a couple years later, installed in our room. That's awesome. How cool is that? It's such such a constant reminder of gratitude that every time you walk in and you look at that, you're like, yeah, you've had a bad day, the kids have been schnitzels, and you're just like, ugh. And then you look at that and you're like, you know what? Yep, spot on. Doesn't have to. And in fact, if it's too perfect, it doesn't really work for you, does it? We should get into some Songtember stuff. I was going to play actually, I'm going to play this one because I love it too much. It's only 2 minutes long. So, in between times, in the mean times and the in between times, I released an EP after the first Songtember back in 2020. In fact, right now, in August 31st, which it is here in Australia, August 31st, 2020, exactly 5 years ago today, my EP called Own Battle came out. 6-track EP, and it had Things Change and 6 and 8 on it. And it also had this little ditty, and I made a little animated video in honor of it. And it's about those people, those specific people that are never to blame. They're always in the right, never in the wrong. And it's a fun video. It's 2 minutes. I know many of you have seen it before, but if you haven't, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Never to blame.
I crossed the road and never even looked one way. I always seem to know the perfect thing to say, and I don't even wave at other cars when I pass by. Don't have the time, you know I'm such a special guy, and all my friends are telling me that I should be ashamed. But I'm not even listening, 'cause I'm never to blame. I spend a fortune, but I never pay the tab. I just don't give a damn when I make other people mad, and I throw my fellow humans under buses when I can. It's dog eat dog out there, so why not man eat man? And all my friends are telling me that I might be insane, but I'm not even listening, 'cause I'm never to blame. And people tell me that I'm such a selfish little man, but they're just jealous of the way I get just what I want, and everyone is saying I'll regret it in the end. They keep saying karma's catching up with you, my friend, and I don't hear it when they laugh at me and tell me you're so vain. It might take two to tango, baby, but I'm never to blame.
That's it. Never to blame, baby. Yeah, again, one of my favorite songs to play. And people have said to me, "Oh, I really like that song, but it's only 2 minutes. I wish it was longer." And I say, "Nah, you know what? It's all that the people like that deserve." We're just like, "Nah, here's what you are. Here's what it's all about," and done. Yes, please apply your thumb gently to the like button if you haven't already. It tells the YouTube robots to go and tell the other YouTube robots that we're having a good time. And in the behind the scenes stuff of that one, if it sounded like much of the bass guitar in that was just me going dum dum ba dum dum ba dum ba dum 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 dum, yeah, I got something to show you. It's this. So yeah, again, sometimes you can just go with it. Like, don't overthink it, baby. Just do your thing. And again, I considered replacing that with an actual bass, and then I went, nah, just gonna use my doo-doos. Sometimes your doo-doos is all you need. That's what I say. That's my famous thing. All right, let's get on to Songtember, because guess what? Songtember 2020, baby. Yes, it was that year. It was the year that it all happened. The inconvenience happened. There was some pretty dodgy politics happening. There was some people in real dire straits all around the world. Not the good dire straits, not the Knopfler dire straits, the bad one. And we all got together and did Songtember again, because why not? Because we're all inside anyway. And it was probably one of the most rad Songtembers of all time, 2020. There was some great stuff produced because we all had that pent-up angst. I reckon about 40 to 50% of the songs were about the pandemic. just because it was the first time we'd had something like that happen. I wrote a song and released it. It was called New Beginning, and it was the first time that Jade Starr joined me in a track like this and started playing drums on my song, something that's continued on till this day. And yeah, this is probably the most rockin' track that I'd done in a very long time. It was a lot of pent up rage that was going on with this one, and I've got the lyric video. No, it's not even a lyric video for you. I better mime along to it again. But this is a New Beginning from 2020.
Fear of change, paralyzed you, and made you doubt yourself. Cultivation of new ideas can make a difference to you and those you
First time I allowed myself to have a solo. You live your watch out, it's coming for you, ready or not, full bore. When you feel you're not prepared for what's coming next, you should know we all relate. No one ever sees it coming. It's a new beginning. Hesitation, going nowhere fast. You will never break the chains or feel the pain of all the change unless you take a chance to reach out for the next thing. New beginning. Go, 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 go right now, 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 now. Oh, yeah. Was a little Motorhead, wasn't it? Back in the before time. back when I knew how to rock out. So a little background of that one. So Jade Star on drums. Jade actually bought a drum kit, electronic drum kit, not specifically to play drums on my Songtember song, but not specifically to play drums on that song, and did an amazing job on it. And that bit at the end there, so I'd already done most of the song with the auto drummer. And Jade said, "Hey, I did drums for you. They're better." And I'm like, yes, they are. And so I put them in there. And then that bit at the end where it goes to like the double speed. And I'm like, "Jade, do you want to do them? Do you want to do like the blast drummings and the double kicks and everything?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, let's leave the auto drummer in for that bit." So she declined to play the super speedy motorheady bit at the end. But I think it works well. I think it still connects really nicely in the end. Hey, Jenny Jolivet, thank you for the super chat. You've become a Songtember legend. You have joined. And because you gave a little hippo sticker, look, I drew a picture of a hippo. Yes, that's a hippo above Jenny Jolivet. We're going to be looking at that in future weeks, and I'm going to be like, why does Jenny Jolivet have like some sort of crocodile mutant above her name? But no, it's definitely a hippo because I say so. That's why. Hey, it's Frank Terzo. I thought, hang on, we can't do a whole day and night's worth of Songtember related programming without a Frank Terzo sighting. So welcome aboard, Frank Terzo. Good to see you, my friend. And happy nearly Songtember. And happy birthday Eve to my mate Jade Star. And thank you, Jade, for letting me crash your pad last week. That was rad. When I crashed Jade's pad, it was really rad. We drank some beer and had some cheer, and now I'm feeling sad because I'm not there anymore. Hey, you know what? We're all just a work in progress, and I thought I'd play you an older version of this one. So this is the actual the version just before the final version. This was actually, and no, it wasn't actually. It was day 10 of Songtember 2021. An early one, and it goes to show you just how far along we were that year. 2021, I was on fire. Like, we were creating work in progress. We'd started developing the work in progress choir that would join the song later, and we had it sounding pretty much like it sounded at the end, which I thought was pretty darn cool. Yeah, let's take a look and a listen at this one. This was an example of an early version of Work in Progress. I didn't even remember that I had this one, but here it is. Here is the Work in Progress edition from 2021.
Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Nobody's knowing all they can. Not everything will go to plan. You might be set up, or you might get fed up. Maybe just need a helping hand. Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. We all have doubt and things to know and learn about. That we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. When everything just feels so hard, you need to strive and you'll go far. It's hard to grow up, but if you show up, you'll shine and they'll see what you are. Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yet we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. With what we know, we all have time and room to grow. As we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. The shame and pain you feel inside, perfectionist is why you hide. Trust in yourself and you will see you're not alone. because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. And what we know, we all have time and room to grow. That we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. 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 Nobody's got it figured out.
Oh, yes. And yeah, as Dan said, he and Jade and Thomas and Mark and Kim Hart and Hudson and many, many folks submitted their song. So you would have seen them there. It had gang vocal. But if you were listening to that, it was just me because this was day 10 and it was right around that time. And I don't know, it wasn't me, but someone in the chat, this is why Songtember is so much fun. Someone in the chat said, "Hey, Johns, why don't you get us all to do that?" And I'm like, "Do what?" And he said, "You got a gang vocal there, but it's just you. A gang vocal is supposed to be a bunch of different voices." And I'm like, genius. So I went, "Yep, I'm down." So I put the call out. I created the stems and shared them, and then folks recorded them and sent me the WAV files, and I slammed them all in there. And I remember either Mark was late or I forgot to put him in or something went wrong. And Mark has his own stem still to this very day in the GarageBand project. So it's like everyone else combined because it was about 20 people. So I had to mix it down and merge it into one track, and then Mark. So I just had to mix in a little dash of Mark Bro, just made the song complete. A community chorus it was indeed. Hello, Costa. How you doing? Hope you're well. All right, let's continue moving on through Songtember stuff. Now, I did play this one earlier today. If you were around on the Songtember launch, I'm sorry. I like this video too much. I'm gonna play. Oh, you said it's the wrong place. Okay, that's right. I'll take the blame. I wasn't clear enough. I did play this one earlier today. I like it too much. It's my favorite video that I've ever created of all of them, including Anxiety, because it shows off my wonderful city, the city of Adelaide here along the River Torrens. One of my favorite places to take a stroll. I'm wearing my delicate Giants cap in the video and doing my thing. And it took a long time to record. So the process of recording this was I had it playing back at 0.25 times the speed, just listening to it on YouTube. And I'm walking along and I had to go, "Never one for being sad." And then we sped it up, of course, and you get the end result, which is this track and this video. This is called Grown. This is Songtember 2022.
Never one for going hard. Never had a fear of missing out. Never happy in a crowd. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me home. Never had to see the lights. Never had an urge for starting fights. Kinda happy on my own. And I know I'm surely not alone. 'Cause I just don't have a plan. Please take me home. I've had all I can stand. Please take me. So I'll quietly creep up the back stairs and you won't hear a sound. You'll awake and wonder what the time is. It's
home, James. Yes. The song, Grown. And I was going to call it Grown Ass Man, and then I think it was Jade Star who said, just call it Grown. And I'm like, yes, I will go with that. I will listen to Jade. She's helped me name a lot of songs, actually. Yeah, so that one is Grown, not to be confused with that sort of groan. That's a different groan. Thank you to Frank Terzo for the kind donation. Frank is on the list. There you are, Frank, with your peace sign and everything. In fact, if we go back to previous years, I'm almost positive we'll find a Frank. Yep. Look, Frank donated so many times in the month of September 2024. He got sparkly bits, a mountain built, and a halo because he's an angel. So that's Frank from 2024. And I bet you, even back in 2023, Frank was around. You were around the community in 2023, were you, Frank? See, now I've said that, I'm not going to be able to find you. I'm telling lies now. No, there you are. I knew it. Look, there you are. There's Frank. And in fact, we had Frank's whole family there that year. He donated so many times. We had Frank and the entire fam there. So, yes. If you too would like to become a Songtember legend for 2025, you can donate using the PayPal, using the super chats, the super stickers, and I will draw something terrible. I mean something amazing on my thingy. All right, we're deep into Songtember territory now, and we're going to jump ahead to 2023. A song called Choices, and I wrote this one because there was a lot of things going on. A lot of people were making some bad choices at the time, and a lot of people were getting shit, if I can swear for a moment. I know, blue, rude Pete. People were getting shit for their choices, and I wanted to write a song to say you need to stop caring about people's choices. And to other people, why do you care what they think of your choices in life? And unfortunately, some people, and you know what, we've fixed it, haven't we? 2025, it's all fixed. But yeah, if you care about what people choose to do with their own lives and with their own bodies that doesn't affect you, you can take a running jump. So this was in honor of that one, that all the stuff that was happening and sadly still is. This is a song called Choices. I'm going to play you a bit of a deep cut one. This is one from A Happy Hour from 2023, and this is my live, the very first time I attempted to play this very electric song acoustically. This is Choices.
People say lots of things, but they just don't know why. Why do you care what they think of your choices in life? People will do lots of things just to make you feel small. Why do you care what they think of your choices in life? Choices in life. They will try to if you make it, they will break it. We need a change, we need a break. 'Cause people will judge you for things that you just cannot change. Why do you care what they think of your choices in life? like you no more than I'll ever know. You won't admit that you also feel pain. You just repeat what the others will say.
Yes, the one of the only songs that I've ever done in drop D. Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? Putting that one together, and obviously the original version is a lot more rockin' and full on. Again, with some amazing drums from Jade Star. We're starting to see a pattern as we get closer and closer to 2025. In fact, we're going to play last year's song from Songtember called Learn in just a wee jiffy, and then we are going to close out. We're going to go a little into overtime here. We're going to close out by hearing an acoustic version of the very first song that I ever recorded for Songtember 2019, which seems like forever ago, but was actually only 6 years ago. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Have you hit the thumbs up button? Thank you. All right, thank you for doing that. I need a sneeze. I was trying to do it off camera. One moment, please. We're good. I did a test. It would have been ironic if we did all this stuff from way back in the time where the inconvenience happened, and then I had COVID again. But I did do a test just before this, and it is just a cold, so I will be fine. I'm not contagious or anything like that, and I haven't infected any of the family at this stage. Touch wood, fingers crossed. And I'm feeling fine. That's the thing. I'm just sniffly, and I don't have a voice. So yeah, lozenges, tissues, and no singing, because I want to do Your Music Live tomorrow. We've got a big Your Music Live coming up tomorrow. It's going to be rad. Let's play this one. I'm not going to play my version of Learn. I'm going to play the epic video of the epic version that my mate Mars Capone put together. He did an amazing job playing bass on this track, and at the same time, he had this remix done actually before I had the original version done, which is pretty weird. It's kind of bizarre to have a remix of a song that hasn't actually been finished yet, but that's how good Mars Capone is. So this one has Mars Capone on the bass, it has Jade Star on the drums, and is the Mars Capone epic remix of my 2024 song from Songtember called Learn. I got a lot to learn. Too rad, Mars Capone remix of Learn. G'day, Mr. Fomiati. Your emojis today should be tissue, nose, and sneeze, or something like that. No, we're all good. We're all good. You know what? Someone said it earlier, and I need to record some songs while I have this voice. Hang on. Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school, but when... Yeah, see? Or, my darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. So I should be utilizing the extra 4 or 5 tones that I have down there for good, right? All right, we are into overtime here. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out. I know this wasn't what you expect from the happy hour, but you know what? I wasn't going to let it go by without hanging out with you. And like I said, if I could sing, fine. Like, I'm good. I got energy. I'm fine. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm not coved up, so it's all good. I just, couldn't sing. Don't have the voice for singing, and I've learnt over many years. It's taken a while, but I've learnt to protect my voice and to not overdo things. So I didn't. I can really can really sing AC/DC when you see, really. Thank you, Mum and Dad, by the way. Yeah, some early Tom Waits maybe as well. Yeah. There's lots of cool stuff that you can do with your low voice as well. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out here. We are going to go out with this one. Yes, I'll go have some honey. Oh, that was weird and creepy. Sorry, Sylvie. Oh, bad. That sounded terrible. But thank you all for being here. By the way, congratulations to my mum and dad. They are moving house. They've sold their home and they're moving to something smaller and more manageable, and it was a very good result. And the next month will be the family all pulling together. So Songtember will be songwriting and box packing and furniture removal and assembly and stuff. So yeah, it should be a good old time. Fun. There you go. Fun little stroll path. For those of you that did it, it would be a trip down memory lane. That if you were there, and for those that are newer to the channel, you got to see something a bit new and a bit different and a little bit historic. All right, so let's go out with this one. This is one I did a few months back. I did a very self-indulgent birthday happy hour special back in March, and I played some of my songs a little different, and I thought this might just be a nice, chill, mellow way to take us out. This is my Songtember 2019 song called Hold On. A little bit more laid-back version than the OG, but thanks for hanging with me today, folks. Remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, keep creating, hey? And I'll see you next time here. See you on YML tomorrow. Bye for now. And I think this one needs us to just, if you have a lighter or a candle in the air and you want to wave it for this one, because I got a feeling that this one's going to be a bit of an anthem. Again, I wrote this one back in 2019 actually, when I was all naive, when things were nowhere near as bad as they are now. But we're also about to have a global pandemic at that time too. So little did we know we were in for a bit of a roller coaster ride, and we still are. But the most important thing, folks, is to continue holding on. Because things might be a long time, but time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. So if we all hold on, if we all support each other and we all help each other out, I'm going to keep coming here every week and playing some songs for you. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, because what's the alternative? The alternative is to stop and to change and to be scared to do things and to not do the things we're doing anymore. And nah, not going to go there. Refuse to. So we're going to close with this tune here on this week's show. This is called Hold On. Life is long and you have much time. You're in a rush and you
don't know why. Want it all and you want it now, but you doubt your talent and you don't know how. Look around at what others do. Think it's easy, so why not you? But success isn't overnight, so if you want to win, you're gonna have to fight. Hold on, hold on. It's gonna be a long time. Hold on, hold on. 'Cause it's gonna be a long, long time. There are times when you might give in, thinking there's just nowhere to win. Looking sideways at other folks, thinking you're the butt of everyone's jokes. But there's one lesson that I've learned: when you feel that you can't return, that is that you should persevere, because you won't get it done by living in fear. Hold on, hold on. It's gonna be a long time, but hold on, hold on. 'Cause it's gonna be a long, long time. Oh, 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 oh. They say get rich, buy a car, a house, a diamond ring, but that won't really make you happy. Hold on, hold on. Gonna be a long time. Hold on, hold on. It's gonna be a long, yes, it's gonna be a long. And it's gonna be a long, long time.